All right. It looks like it's just me for right now. I was having some wacko effects with the camera last week. Quite frustrating. Time has not been necessarily on my side lately. It's a little early, 10 minutes before the session starts. So, let's talk a little bit about this session, where we are, as I wait for my players to join. We're 10 minutes early. Legends of Barovia. What can I say? I haven't DM'd a game. This is my first time DMing since. Let's put this in instead of just a date. Let's put this in. Let's put this in a realm of major events. This is the first time I've DM'd a game since 9/11. Actually, this is the first time I've DM'd a game since the Berlin Wall came down. How about that? I think that's a pretty good milestone. So last time I DM'd a game was when the Berlin Wall came down. So where are we? We're playing Curse of Strahd, Legends of Barovia. We're using the Foundry platform. My party has split into two. What I did in my version of Legends of Barovia is I created a lot of different strings and attachments, a lot of different story threads. And some of them I put on timers. One of the things I like to do is use timers. I'm also a believer of the 3 node or multiple clue angles so that you're not railroading them, but every location has 2 or 3 nodes attached to it with various clues so they can go to different locations. Some of those clues will trigger timing events, and one of the timing events that we have is there is some werewolves in the werewolf den, and the old leader of the werewolf is now they've been captured and they're being held at a tower at Tsolenka Pass. And until the next full moon rises, if he's not returned by the next full moon, the new alpha male will take over. My players believe, because one of our players actually has lycanthropy, if they can rescue this werewolf, get him back, maybe they can win over the werewolves to their side. So they decided to break up and head in that direction. The other group, the other party, which is made up of the Paladin, the Warlock, and the Druid, have gone to Wizards of Wine. They've head down to Yesterhill, and I've made some extensive changes to Yesterhill. Talk a little bit about Yesterhill. One of the things that I love about Curse of Strahd, but one of the things that's frustrating about Curse of Strahd is they've got all these great locations, but they don't have a lot of hooks and common story threads. And so what I did with the Yesterhill was made it a place where there were these dark druids who've lost their ability to shapeshift. That was an idea I took from Lunch Break Heroes. And they stole one of the gems, the green gem, from the Wizards of Wine, and they planted the green gem down below, hoping that it would restore their ability, but also it gave power to the Wicker Man. Now, in Curse of Strahd, there's Winter Splinter, which is this tree monster. I made him the Wicker Man, so I don't know if you've ever seen the 1970s film, The Wicker Man. But that's what it is. It's a come-to-life Wicker Man. They came and saw the ceremony last session, and then the Wicker Man has marched off towards the Wizards of Wine. They've managed to find a cavern below the Druid Circle, and they've just located the green gem. And I did something kind of cool. I actually like this idea. Just kind of the spare of the moment. And what it entailed is I created a bunch of portholes. In fact, you know what? I'm going to just jump in and maybe I can let you see the portals really quick here. If anybody's watching. Here it is, cavern. So what I did was I used multi-level token and created color coding portals. So each one of these is a portal. If they step into it, they'll appear somewhere else, perhaps far. Now, some of these portals are within the cave. So here's the pink exit here, and the entrance to that one is right here. So if they go into here, they'll pop out over here. And if they go into this one, they'll pop out over here. And the blue one will take them back to the beginning. The question is where did the green, the red, the yellow, and there's two crazy portals, this blinking portal up here and the white smoke portal. Now, my players are pretty smart. Our Warlock sent his Silas, his minion, into two of these portals, and so he knows where the two portals comes out. Well, he knows where one of the portals goes. He knows where this color portal goes, and this color portal goes to the bottom of the Wizards of Wines. The smoke portal shows up in like a cult ceremony in this dungeon. There's some cultist chanting, and you just materialize right in the middle of them. It doesn't look like a safe location. They don't really know where it is. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. The portal is actually in, as you can see right here, it is in the basement of this place here. And this is where the portal opens up to. So they'll show up right here if they go through that particular portal. That's the smoke colored portal. So, and here's the green gem. The green gem, they found it. It's located here. And Draga, who is the leader of the Druids, who has kind of welcomed them in because in my story, the Druids have allied with Baba Lysaga, who is one of the fallen Fae, and she's turned evil. And she's fighting against Strahd, and she's promised to help the Druids if they aid her. So collectively, they're evil, but they're against Strahd. And so Draga, the leader of the Dark Druids, knowing my players are against Strahd, has welcomed them there, not realizing that they want to steal the green gem, which is sitting right there. So that is in essence the shit show that's about to unfold. And I am just waiting for some of my players to come in here. There's a couple of them logging in. So I have a few minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in. We technically haven't really started yet. For those of you who haven't seen this before, I use this as my player's map. All my players have access to it. I have 2 tokens on the map showing where the players are. This map is really not to scale. And I've marked them. So Herjann, Kai, and Ileanys are here at Yesterhill. And Erzan, Ervan, and Fiannos are at Tsolenka Pass. What happened at Tsolenka Pass was pretty crazy. I'll show you something that's pretty cool I like doing. This is one of the fun things. So at Tsolenka Pass, I had them cross this bridge here, and I'm using multi-level token and hey wait module. They had to cross this bridge, but what happened when they crossed the bridge was this. Oh, hold on. Hold on. There we go. My ambient sound was blasting. My apologies. I had the giant rock here, and what I did was I had the giant rock fly right over him, so they didn't see him at first. And what I did was I just had him fly like this. I just did this. Oh. So they just saw this huge beast just fly right over the top of them. I'll just move him back. I guess I could rotate him. Fly him back. There he is. Up. So I had him fly just over the top of the thing, just like that. They kind of freaked out when they saw this giant thing. They had to roll dexterity saving throws just to see if they could survive crossing the bridge. So I'm going to go back to the cavern here. This will be 2 sessions. The first session will be the people in the cavern, and then the second session will be Tsolenka Pass. But that was quite fun. So, all right. So, that is where we are right now. We're going to be dealing with the guys at Yesterhill first. And then we'll be on part 2 would be the gentleman playing in the Tsolenka Pass. So there's still some big surprises at both of these sessions. Hey, how are we?
Good. Sorry, I didn't have time to read through the. I will read it when I have free time.
I read through the what?
Your first draft.
Oh, I've made some more changes to it, so I should send you another draft.
Please. Hello.
So, I just stopped chewing and just shoving it down. And that worked. I'm here. I'm almost on time, too. Thank God.
So, let me just get this clock set up here. We're just waiting for Kai. Have you seen him?
He was online from his phone a second ago, so I'm assuming he's coming.
Okay. So this is, have you guys, I mean, unfortunately I didn't get a chance to speak to you guys after the session because I had to jump into another session. What were your general impressions and thoughts?
I should say Herjann didn't like going along with any of that crap anymore. It was, however, too late to actually do something about it. And so now that we're in a room with the gem, not many people standing in between it, I'm very excited to see how this is going to go, especially because I think Kai still wants to keep the Druids as possible allies, whereas I believe that ship has kind of sailed for Herjann.
Well, I guess it all depends on, if you guys are going to be looking for the gem, or what you guys are going to do as far as that's concerned. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think where we left off was where Ileanys said that Silas was going to grab it and then fuck off. So I don't think that really endears us to the Druids.
Well,
What was that?
Ileanys?
I said we'd taken that gem.
Ah. Yeah, so you guys have located the gem. You see it sitting there on the altar, right?
Yeah. And I can't see it, but someone, I think Ileanys, was telling me that over here there's like 3 more NPCs, maybe?
You mean some more friends?
Yes, friends. Evil druids. um friends, as you said. And I mean, the gym is right there, and the portal is right there. I don't know. Dining and dashing comes to mind.
Well,
Though I actually, maybe we should discuss this when Kai is also, or Sponge is also here, but I was actually thinking, depending on how much we want to risk pissing off Strahd immediately, the perhaps the safer option is actually to take, I think, this one. Um, actually, no, that's meta knowledge. God damn it, fuck. No, we have to take the multicolored portal. I remembered that this one goes to Vallaki, but that's meta knowledge because the tab said it's the Wächterhaus. Um, Other characters don't know that.
which one goes to where?
I think it was the white one that goes to the Wächterhaus, and the multicolored one is the one that goes to the Wizard of Wine.
Well, you
Wine,
don't
I think.
technically know where the white one goes.
Yeah, that was the entire thing that I just went through in my head because yeah, we know it because of a technical slip up, I guess, but the characters don't.
Yes.
So my entire idea of going to Vallaki and then immediately talking to the Bane that lives near there that's a non-starter, is what I was trying to say.
All we know is it leads to a creepy basement.
A creepy basement. It leads to a creepy basement.
Yep.
So I guess we're just waiting. I'll shoot a message off to Sponge and see what's up. Hold on here. See if Kyle be coming around the mountain when he comes. So, yeah, it's so before we get started, just a couple of things. One is I made some new and some big updated changes to my draft game, some new mechanics. Been working on that. Pretty excited about it. I really.
Are there changes past what you sent me a while ago?
Yes, some new changes.
Because I was intending to look at it this weekend. So if
I will send you
I'll gladly take the newest draft then.
Yeah, I came up with some. I wanted to have some very smooth mechanics, elegant mechanics, and so I've been working on one, and I started implementing it into the document today. So, but no, I'm excited about it, and been working on a couple of campaign modules for it too. So,
yeah, you mentioned you already have campaign ideas. That's I'm really I'm always impressed when people have ideas because I am most certainly not an idea person.
Well, I think I shared with you so this is just fascinating and fascinating for those people probably also interested in Dungeons and Dragons and lore. So the country of Portugal had built a series of approximately 56 castles along its border. And in the 1600s, right around 1610, the king of Portugal had a person travel to each castle and then kind of draw from different angles and then actually draw the floor plan of each castle. And the book is called, I don't know how to pronounce it in Portuguese, but the Book of Fortresses. And the original book is in the archive in Lisbon, but they've made photocopies of it. And there's a group from a university in the United States, I believe it's Duke University, that's using 3D modeling. And it's remodeling these castles. Now, out of the 56, I think 48 of them still stand and you can go visit them. And it's interesting, they're just all along the border of Portugal. And so what I've been doing is I've been downloading the ancient documents and drawings and also the map, and I found a guy that's doing a world map for me and modifying it. So the world map is actually going to be Portugal, even though I changed the name, but it's going to have all these real locations in it with real drawings of those locations. So as you're playing the game, if you ever wanted to go to Google Maps or you ever gone to Portugal, you'll be able to go to each one of these actual castles and fortifications.
Yeah, I mean, it also kind of neatly ties into with the general theme of, you know, the low-ish fantasy setting and the what you called, what was it, elegant verisimilitude?
Yes.
Just to have a like very realistic or grounded in reality kind of backdrop for the campaign and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
So the overall lore and the campaigns I've written from the perspective of the players in the world it's low fantasy, very much like Game of Thrones or War of the Roses or stuff like that. But there's this element of high dark fantasy that's just below the surface that you don't know exists. So because all this mythical stuff disappeared 1,000 years ago, it's all myth. And it's sort of like us today. You know, if you read any ancient Greek mythology or Roman mythology or even the Bible, and you're saying, oh, well, that's just all legendary myth stuff. That's how the people of the time think of that stuff. But what happens is some of those actual legends actually did occur. And so the campaigns I'm writing are bringing in that kind of high fantasy, dark fantasy element into it. So there's this kind of, you know, this paradigm shift with this stuff is kind of filtering in to the medieval landscape. And so the two campaigns, one is the Legend of the Wolven, which is a Druid werewolf, and then the other one is the Citadel of the Undead, where a wizard and shadow priest are trying to bring back some soldiers from the undead in this old ruined castle. So it's been cool to research and use all these locations and put it together. So it's been quite fun. I am not getting any feedback from Sponge here, and we're running behind schedule. So what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, tough choice. I since we have absolutely no idea when he might be back, I don't know if waiting around makes any more sense. At the same time, we're at a pretty crucial point.
I mean, it's
his input.
It's only 3 of us in this scene, right? So.
Well, Esmeralda's here.
Yeah, no, it's more the 3 players, people that get to, you know, have agency and stuff like that. So it's one player missing is much more of a deal than in a group of 6, and then one person isn't there. It's, I think, what it's how I interpret what Ileanys was saying, because that's my thought as well.
Well, I sent him a message. I haven't heard back from him yet, so
yeah, I mean, there's not much to be done, I guess, other than to plow ahead. Then, I mean, we could also wait and risk like waiting for an hour.
Well, I don't want to wait for an hour.
Exactly.
I think what we need to do is we'll give him. I sent him a text message. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like he just.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Speak of the devil.
No worries. So as Sponge is logging in, why don't we just kind of touch base and revisit what has happened? I'll talk about it from just a GM perspective a little bit, and then you guys can fill it in. I know you guys were able to talk to each other on your own. So you guys have left the Wizards of Wine. You ran into a dark druid there, His name is Draga. You realize after you've gotten to the Druid Circle at Yesterhill that he is the leader of the Dark Druids. You witnessed a ceremony that was going on. I have to advance the clock past midnight, which I forgot to do, which I will. And then at midnight exactly, the Wicker Man came to life and then started marching off slowly towards Wizards of Wine. Meanwhile, you guys wanted to see and visit with Davin Montikov, who's chained to the wall. You got to talk to him a little bit about it. You've learned a little bit about this green gem, and you've noticed there's these portals, several portals throughout the cavern that you're in. Not sure where you might know where some go, but you're not sure where others go. There's a kind of a smoky color that matches the color of the portal on the exit side. And why don't you guys share among yourselves anything else that you guys want to discuss before we go ahead and start the campaign? I'm just going to move the time ahead.
Yeah. Sponge, while you were gone, we already talked about, basically we have three options. We can just stay around and chat and see where that goes. We can smash and grab and get the gem and get the fuck out through the portal to the Wizard of Vines.
Yeah.
Or we could do that while also trying to kill Draga, because he seems to be a dick.
Is there any ones you preferred?
I've not... Well, Ileanys, well, we actually landed on we need that gem and we need to get out. What we didn't actually talk about is the option of actually taking Draga down before we do that.
Well, I feel like he's going to try and stop us, and if he does, then I feel like this leaves us with no choice, right?
Yeah, I just want to also mention two things. Esmeralda's with you, and you also have Davin Montikov, who's chained to the wall at the other end of the cavern.
Yeah, I wanted to take him with us, but he said leave me behind, which I thought was weird, but also figured, old man.
I think he was trying to tell you that the chains were too tight, and then to get the gem first is his priority, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. Then
from what it seemed like, it would be it would take a while to set him free, and by that time we'd be fighting like the whole pack of them. So
yeah, that's.
I feel like we should just.
He's not that far away. We can if depending on how the whole gem thing works out, if we have time, we should totally go back and try to get him out.
Oh, and also the thing we should start doing is for Silas to go through the other portals.
Haven't we already done that?
Not all of them. There's a second blue one, I think, which we don't know where it goes, and probably one more.
This blue one leads to the front entrance, and there's another second blue one that we don't know where.
Okay.
And after that, there's three more, I think, that we also don't know. Oh no, two more. Sorry, two more.
How many did he say? Yeah, two more. There's 8, right?
There's a total of 8 portals.
Oh no, one more. Sorry, one more. Because the red and green go to the circle, the Druid circle. The pink and blue go in the cavern.
One more.
The white one goes to the basement of the summoning circle, surrounded by 4 masked men. Not of the, but yeah, you know. And then the Wizard of Wine, the multicolour one. And then there's the blue 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's another
one question is also like, is there even a place that we would rather go to than the Wizard of Vines?
I don't know, but I feel like Silas should at least go through that second blue portal like straight away, because then we'll be able to recall him back right before we do anything, or like before we leave rather. And then maybe he can try and find the other the 8th portal after that, just this after he's been recalled back to here. But yeah, I feel like we should just try and take the gem. If we're forced to fight, then we have to fight, and then just try and leave it as soon as possible to the Wizard of the Wine.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, technically, if there were to be a portal to Tsolenka Pass, that would be mighty convenient.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, really. Also, we wouldn't recognize Tsolenka Pass anyway.
Yeah, we could be like anywhere.
Oh, look, there's snow and there's a mountain or two. Yeah, great. That's half this map. I can hear myself echoing, by the way, and I think it's Ileanys.
Yeah, I think it's me. One sec.
Versus you.
Why you don't want to hear your beautiful voice?
It's the delay that fucks me up. Because I can't not listen to myself talk, and when it's delayed, it's... Yeah, no. My brain is too smooth for that.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and unpause it when you guys are ready. Just tell me when you want to unpause, and we can begin this session. Just giving you some time to strategize.
Strategize?
Yeah, right now we're awkwardly kind of in the middle of this cavern, and depending on whether he's going to notice us, we're going to be quite awkwardly standing around. Like, do you just want to make conversation with him while Silas is still scouting?
Go for it.
Briefly, yeah. I think until he gets back from going through the second blue portal.
Okay.
And then after that, we should just try and get out as soon as possible, I think. Because we don't want more of them coming.
Okay, you just tell me when you want me to unpause and we'll go ahead.
Yeah, we can unpause.
Alright. And we're live. So you see Draga is standing over near the gem. He's facing it and he's mumbling something in his druidic voice.
Go get
him. Yeah.
What? Oh, you want me to... Okay.
Are you going to send Silas?
Kai, go talk to him.
Yeah, that's what I was actually looking at Kai, shrugging like, you getting any of this?
Which one is Draga? I can't tell.
That's the one by the gem.
Oh, that's the gem. Okay. Okay, that's a bit...
That big green glowing thing with the flames.
Yeah, that would, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You notice that there's another druid who's slowly entering the cavern. There's two berserkers with him, and he's slowly walking towards Draga. This seems to be, you know what? I want Kai to roll a perception check.
How is this? No, it's in group 1.
Kai, you notice that the druidic language that he's speaking, it's the same type of incantation that they were speaking in a little bit of different pacing that they were using to wake and bring to life the giant Wicker man. And noticing the stone, the green stone, you can see coming up from the edge of the altar some of those green, long kind of ivy roots. You assume that this gem is what fueled and gave the Wicker man its power sitting on this idol, and perhaps Draga is speaking in some druidic incantation that's giving commands or instructions to the Wicker man.
Oh, that's convenient. That's our way to stop it.
Either way, Silas was still the last command I gave Silas was to grab the gem.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna ask Silas?
Are you gonna change that command to what we planned, or can you not do that? I think it'd be better if we send him through the second blue portal to see where it goes, and then we can do that.
Might be too late by then, but sure.
So is Silas?
If you want him to grab the gem, that's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean that was the original plan. I'm fine with scouting first, but I'm also just as fine, if not more fine, with the smash and grab.
Well, I mean, would he even be able to tell if it's Silas? Do I think Silas is invisible right now? Do I think that he would know that it was us or it was something else?
I mean, it's always the strangers that get blamed.
We can get our
Silas is going to materialize before he grabs his gem, right? He won't be able to grab it invisibly, will he?
It says magical turns of any equipment the familiar wears or carries is invisible with it. So I don't know. Usually invisibility gets removed when you attack, or when you when you attack or you cast a spell. I mean, it's up to you, right?
Like it depends. It depends like how secure the gem is, like fastened to whatever it's on.
Yeah.
Or how heavy it is, maybe. I don't know.
I'll leave it up to you, Pirate.
As Silas sees the gem, it's not encased in anything. It's resting. It looks like an altar, a very old stone altar, where the gem sits almost perfectly there. So it doesn't look like it's encased or being held down. You perceive the gem as approximately, by looking at it, probably between 2 to 6 pounds, roughly. It's fairly large.
I'm guessing it's the same size as the other gem, or is it larger?
It's a different shape, but it's a different shape, but it's approximately the same size or the same weight, but a different shape than the one that Kai has, which is the picture on the screen is abstract, but imagine a gem that is bigger than your palm, right? So it's got to be, approximately about 12 inches, 10-12 inches in size, and probably weighs between, depending on its density, between 2 to 5 pounds. And Silas should be able to pick that up, right?
Yeah, he should be able to.
Okay, so I don't know if your creature would break invisibility or not.
Yeah, he can carry 75 pounds.
Without breaking invisibility?
Yeah. I mean, that's just his scary week. I don't know if, all it says here is the familiar magic turns invisible. Any equipment the familiar wears or carries is invincible with it. Usually invisibility works that if you make an attack or cast a spell, but like I said, it's up to you.
So I'm imagining all of a sudden the gem is just going to disappear.
Yeah, I mean, he would see it, but he can probably sense that there's somebody there.
Okay. So if Silas is going to go grab the gem while he's invisible, let me know, and then I will role play that out as it happens. I'm going to assume that as soon as he grabs the gem, according to this, is that it's going to become invisible with Silas. He will, no one will be able to see it.
Yeah, I think so.
I just read the invisibility description. That seems to be the case.
Okay.
That really only mentions attacking and casting a spell as a condition that breaks it.
Okay. So Silas is going to go ahead and grab the gem at this point?
So he will grab the gem unless you say otherwise. Kai or Jan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright, he is grabbing the gem.
all of a sudden the gem just disappears. You see the Draga kind of in shock. He turns around and he sees...
What happened?
He looks around. He is going to do a quick perception check here. He definitely notices that something's not right, and he looks at you, Kai. He can feel that the gem is still here, but he doesn't know where it is. And he turns towards you, and you can feel that he wants to ask you, or he's implying that you know something. Oh, Kai, what is this magic?
I don't know. What happened?
Sorry, is he speaking common now?
No, he's speaking to Kai and Druidic.
Right, because... Sorry, got excited.
Kai, I didn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear
Kai just said, you know, what happened? Where did it go?
He raises his... Draga raises his arms. You can see that there's this... You feel this immense energy coming from Draga, and he... Whoop. He casts a spell. A giant thunder wave. I put it in the wrong area. I was trying to put it right on the shrine. Hold on, let me see if I can move that. You see this giant spell hit the thunder wave there.
Okay, so
you're gonna need to roll a Constitution saving throw. Oh,
okay.
You save.
Oh, that's a save. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 1 damage.
You take 1 damage, and
thank God he's still alive.
You take 1 damage, and all of a sudden, I think you become visible, right?
I don't think so.
I think it depends. What?
It's only when you attack somebody or cast a spell. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean that's what the rules say.
Yes, yes. So you see a thunder wave there, but nothing shows up. Draga turns to his other men, and he says in Druidic to surround the, to go alarm and surround the shrine. So one of the Druids steps forward, another of the Berserker steps forward, but one of the other Berserkers you see step back and disappear into the blue, portal.
Well, that's not good.
Silas will disappear into its space, and if I can summon him right beside me.
Herjann is gonna draw his sword and look like he's also bracing for whatever's going on.
So, Esmeralda's pulled out a sword, and she obviously knows what's going on with you guys, and she's acting surprised, and she's kind of screaming out, "Something's happened to the stone. Perhaps it was Strahd." The Draga and the men are surrounding the...
Pay that guy.
Surrounding the area where he's fired off this thunder wave. Where's...
I try to pretend that it's Strahd. It might be Strahd. I try to say shitty not abyssal. I can't say abyssal. Elvish.
Interesting choice.
They're searching around, but they still don't know what's going on. You can tell that Draga is very upset and confused that the gem has disappeared. All 3 of these, the Berserker and the 2 other Druids, are surrounding this.
Can I join the search?
Sure. Pagan keeps putting him right next to me, and I want to just smite him, but apparently it's unprovoked. I can't do it.
I hate that I can't talk to these guys.
Yeah.
I can't talk to them in my accent.
Draga turns to Kai, speaks to him in Druid.
What is going on? Do you sense anything? I felt the stone was here, but I don't know where it might have gone.
I don't know. Is it still here? I can't tell.
Can I cast some Eldritch Blast into the air?
If you'd like to cast some Eldritch Blast into that area.
I will cast some Eldritch Blast into that area.
Okay.
Wait, did you teleport Silas to yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
He's chilling.
Silas is waiting right down by the portal, right?
Yeah. Eldritch Blast right here and right here.
You fire these Eldritch Blasts, they come out. The whole place lights up really bright and then dims down quickly, but there was no reaction.
This dark magic, I don't know.
You can see that they're looking confused. There's definitely frustration and anger.
I hate that I can't understand him when he says it's agonizing.
You see, all of a sudden, you see some more of the berserkers begin to appear.
And yeah, they're currently not. They don't hate us yet. Actually, you know what? Herjann says out loud, "What about the Mardukov?" And then he runs towards the Mardukov, because I feel like out of character, this is the chance to actually, while everyone's busy, to try and get him free.
Does anyone go into the, did we see any of the druids or the berserkers go into the altar, or are they just walking around?
They're walking around the outside of the altar because he put this big thunder wave on it, and there's still kind of this effect on it right there.
Okay, Parm, do you need me to stop anywhere, by the way, before I keep running all the way to the Mardukov? Okay.
No, they seem to be pretty much preoccupied with trying to search for this missing gem.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I don't have anything really useful to try and get him loose, though. Oh, fucking hell.
I tried to talk to him. Where is...
He is mumbling now in Druid, some types of incantation or something, probably calling forth something. But you do see these other berserkers arrive now, surrounding the area. Where'd you send Silas off to?
He went into the portal. He slipped into it.
To the Wizard of Wines?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are they still looking around the...
Yes.
Altar?
Okay.
Kai, I need you to fucking translate.
Go ahead, say something. Ask me.
I just ask them what's happened. Ask them what's happening. Ask them if it's Strahd. Just, say some bullshit.
Draga, do you know what this is? Is it Strahd?
I don't know. Some dark forces are at work. You saw the gem was right there. It disappeared.
I thought it was... Oh, wait, I can't even say that. Is it something that you've done, like, with the Wickerman?
No. No.
Did he respond to that?
Not to you. No.
Okay.
Kai was going to translate it word for word anyway, so.
Okay, about the Mardukov, is there anything, like, I'm looking at the chains again and stuff, is there any weak spots that I can identify, something that might be pried open or the
chains are
fused into rock against the wall, and each one is a shackle around his leg.
Oh, so both of his feet are
shackled.
shackled. Oh, god damn it. He's not gonna like not having feet. People generally like having feet.
Cut it off.
Yeah. No, I'm actually okay, now that I've seen that there's no easy way of probably breaking these chains, I look at him and I say, we don't have much time, and I'm trying to get you out of here.
Did you get the gem? Is the gem safe?
Looks over his shoulder nervously and says, would seem so.
Make sure the gem is safe
Gone.
and my children are safe.
I really don't feel too good about leaving you here. Is here I can heal you. Is there anything I can do for you so you could maybe transform and leave the shackles behind that way?
The Druids have a spell that won't let me transform.
Who cast the spell? What if we kill the person who placed it on you? Will that work?
Draga cast a spell on us. I'm not able to transform.
The problem is that the removal of the gem alerted many of his friends and he's no longer alone. I don't know if we can take... Are you certain you don't want to part with your feet?
Freedom or feet?
It's a very awkward position to be in, but I don't know. I feel great.
Technically, how is he going to walk if you take his feet off?
Carry him. He looks like an emaciated old man. I can pop him over my shoulder. Let me make a token attempt. Like, are there any heavy stones lying around that I could quietly try to bash on the chains?
Roll. I'm gonna have you roll a insight check.
There we go.
You notice a couple of good sized stones near you. The chain looks like it could take a few pretty hard bashings and possibly break. It would be worth an effort, but it's not going to be easy.
Okay, well, as long as it's worth an effort, I'm gonna try it.
Okay. So you're gonna grab a rock and bash the stones. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
Athletics or strength? It's actually, I keep asking that. It's the same because I'm not proficient in athletics. There we go.
Oh my god.
Fucking damn it.
The rock kind of hits the chain. It kind of rattles a little bit, but it doesn't seem to have weakened.
Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna let me try this. If I have another attempt, I'll take it. If not, it's fine. I'm
gonna let you. Every time you do that, I'm going to go ahead and roll myself. So you can go ahead and do that. And
probably for the noise. It's
yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'll give myself about 3 attempts.
Okay.
Before I give up. We're getting there.
You're getting there. It doesn't do it.
Oh man.
This thing ain't budging.
I'm gonna roll one more here.
Yeah.
You hear some noise coming from down the hall from below you. It looks to be another berserker that's coming your way from the south.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sweet.
boy.
Itching for a fight anyway. I look to Devin and say, well, guess it looks like we're caught. I'm gonna try one more time. I quickly just give it one more bash.
looks to him and say, I guess we're shit out.
You break right through the chain breaks on one of his legs. Now only one of his legs is chained up, and in doing so, the berserker now is charging towards you.
I cast haste on myself.
Okay, I'm just going to put you two in quick combat here.
Meanwhile, we're still pretending to be looking for this gem.
Okay.
Which is pretty funny.
Oh yeah, you should have cast haste on yourself at the start. I'd probably
You get
two attacks.
To grapple.
Go ahead, Ervan. You can roll for.
Initiative. Sure. Sorry.
I guess 3.
Okay, and we're off.
Okay, did I get the haste off before the comments started?
You got the haste.
Oh.
You're good to go on the haste.
A+.
That poor man.
Alright, him.
So, he's gonna eat 30 attacks. Probably shrugs off the first one, I don't know.
The first one hits him squarely into the shoulders.
And
slicing him with 11 damage.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to actually add smite to that then. Spell check?
Why, you have 2 more attacks. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yep.
What is that?
That's 14 plus... that was a critical, so that was a...
So I think it's total it should be 25, yeah?
Yeah, 25.
Oh, that's...
All of a sudden, it just kind of blasts. The blade hits him. Blood just starts spurting out over his right shoulder. He kind of leans back a little bit, screaming and hailing. I'm going to roll something just now to see if anybody hears his scream.
Do we hear that too? Can I roll?
Should have hit him in the mouth. Pop him in the mouth. Stop the screaming.
Just shove your sword down his throat.
He's still standing though.
Yeah.
Can I also roll perception?
This guy's looked beefy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception, both of you guys, to see if you hear anything.
Ah, shite.
No, you do not hear.
Okay, well I have 2 more attacks. I can silence this motherfucker, hopefully.
Okay, we're too busy. We're too busy looking for the gem, guys.
Nope.
You swing the second time and it just misses just below his throat. He looks at you and lunges back.
Okay, and then with my last attempt, I try to actually, in one fluid motion, try to recover from the whiff and slice him up from below.
You hit him squarely right in the side, pretty hard, doing 12 damage to his stomach. He heals over, but he's not down.
That's another smiting.
You really want him down, eh?
I do not want to see what this guy can do once he gets to me. Not right now.
I mean, berserkers, you know?
Exactly.
It's like barbarians.
You hit this guy hard, and then all of a sudden, he looks down for a second. The wound in his stomach opens up like a gaping mouth, and his innards begin to pour out onto the ground. He actually is witnessing his own death as he falls to his knees, and then thuds forward face first to the ground.
That's what I'd like to hear. I, without missing a beat, run back to Mardukov and keep banging on the chain.
Okay.
And tell him to watch out and tell me in case there's any more coming.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again for the other chain. Nope. Rock just kind of shatters a little bit.
I feel like a DC 15 can't be that hard. I'm gonna keep trying, even if it will alert the bees.
Yes, just breaks. Both chains are broken. He's got about 3 or 4 lengths of chain attached still to both feet because you broke the chain, not the shackles. So they're done. I'm gonna rush up to our buddies up in the main area as things are starting to transpire up here.
I'm gonna kind of harry the other druids, and as I shoot out some Eldritch Blasts. I'll be like, come on, what are you doing? Must be somebody in here. Shoot some two Eldritch Blasts into the wall.
They go into the wall, nothing appears, but the room just brightens up and then fades as your Eldritch Blast. One of the druids over on the far left steps up towards the altar and looks at the container and puts his hand in there, but feels nothing. He turns and yells in Druid to Draga, which Kai understands. There is nothing here. It is gone. It is gone. Okay.
Oh yeah, Ileanys can't understand that, right? So Kai would just say reasonably quietly to Ileanys, he says it's gone. It's not here.
The stone is missing. The druid had put his hand where the stone had been, had screamed out in Druid to Draga, the dark druid leader, that the stone is now missing. The berserkers are now searching around, looking around the room. Draga comes to you, Kai, and says, in Druid, "This is evil magic. It's been taken." He looks to you. You can feel that it's now becoming almost accusational. Rather than being helpful, he is now... It seems like the tide is slowly turning where they're turning towards you themselves, questioning where the stone may have gone.
What's evil magic, though?
Kai's gonna quietly translate to Ileanys.
Well, like, are you like, what do you say to him?
Well, for too long, but I assume that as soon as Herjann and Devin get the chance, we try to make our way back to the others, but I tell Devin to stay in cover, like right at the mouth of this, so he isn't seen.
Okay.
Immediately.
Do they look like they're about to attack us? Because if they are, I will cast a spell at the same time.
So Davin is following slowly. He's not moving very quickly. He's certainly dehydrated. He cannot change into a raven at this point. He's following Herjann to the edge of this cave here.
I can actually, let me hand him my water skin if he's that parched. And because we're not sprinting anywhere anyway.
Okay.
So he can quench his thirst if he wants to.
Thank you. Thank you for freeing me. But we must get the green gem away from here.
Yeah. I actually tell him to quiet down now, and I whisper myself saying, I don't know what happened since I left. I don't hear fighting yet, but it could explode any second. What you need to know is that there's a colorful portal that changes color. It will take you to the Wizard of Vines. That's the portal that we're trying to use to get out of here.
The one that changes colors is the portal I should go into, correct?
Yes. We'll try to create an opening for you. Let me walk back and see what's happening. Watch your back.
I wait here.
And I step out and try to rejoin the others to see what's going on.
If they look like they're about to fight, I will cast Wall of Fire.
No, they don't look like they have not made any aggressive moves at this point, but certainly the stone is missing, and Draga has turned his attention to Kai and obviously to yourself. I'm gonna roll something here for me. Oh
no. Oh no! Oh means always.
No, they don't suspect you at all. Your firing of your Eldritch Blast, your genuine concern at this point. I just rolled to see if they discerned if you were, but they rolled a natural 1. So at this point, they're still confused of where the gem has gone, but at this point, they're not suspecting you because you guys have remained there. You haven't done anything hostile, and you've actually seemingly fired off some spells to try to capture something there, but they're still looking for questions at this point.
Holy shit! Thank God for remaining calm. Can I shout?
Draga speaks to Kai.
Kai, you must help us find the gem. If Strahd has got the gem, it will be over for all in Barovia. Please help us.
Where would Strahd take it? Where would it be?
He would take it back to Ravenloft.
Okay, then. Should we go there together?
We cannot go to Ravenloft. But if you go to Ravenloft for us.
What if... Oh shit. Are you translating this guy?
Kai would say... Jarga thinks the Strahd would take the gem to Ravenloft. He said that they can't go, I assume because Strahd's power is too strong there, but he's asking us to go for him.
What if we seek audience with Papa Lysaga?
Jarga, what if my friend wants to know, what if we seek audience with Papa Lysaga? Could she help?
Papa Lysaga does not know we took the gem. He must not know that we took the green gem.
Oh.
I thought they were working for her.
We are. She is our ally, but we seek the gem for ourselves to restore our shape-shifting ability.
I see.
Draga reaches over and grabs Kai by the arm and pulls him towards the temple shrine over here. Not in a mean way, but in a way that he wants to show you something.
Shit.
And he whispers to you. He hands to you this staff. He says,
Kai, take my staff. Defeat Strahd and bring me back the gem. The green gem.
And with that, he hands to you this staff, Kai. And I'm gonna.
Holy shit! They're buying it. I can't believe we did this.
He's giving it to you, so I'm gonna make you the owner of it. I'm also. You're gonna.
As he hands it to me, Kai's just gonna say, "I'll try my best."
This is pretty fucking pog.
This is like best case scenario.
Holy shit!
Kind of, but I also now have an Unchained Markov waiting.
Oh yeah.
He points to the blinking colored portal.
Will take you back to Wizards of Wine. Go there. Find the gem. Stop Strahd and his dark forces, but do not let Papa Lysaga know about the green gem.
Okay.
I order. I look. Well, I was gonna do this before, but I look frantic, and I was gonna point towards this area to kind of. It looks like I'm ordering, taking command here, guys. It looks like I'm ordering the other Druid berserkers to look in that area to see if there might be any movement, but it's probably too late.
Are you telling that to Kai, or?
I shout it out loud, and then if Kai wants to translate that.
Wait, what do you shout?
go in there. Look in the air. They might still be here. I don't know if they can teleport that far. I point at that direction.
Drago, do you think the Strahd might be close if he has the gem? Do you think he'd be able to take it all the way to Ravenloft straight away?
Strahd can use portals too. I don't know. Perhaps one of his ghostly minions. He can change into the mist itself.
Yes, if one of his minions has it, they might be close. They might not have enough power to go all the way to Ravenloft in one go. What do you think? Maybe if you're fast enough, you can catch them before they get to Ravenloft.
I will send some of my druids out towards the Raven.
And you see,
Okay.
he says in Druid, he says,
Don't get stuck in that.
and you see all of a sudden the berserkers move frantically towards the blue portal.
I kind of point at the portal. I questioningly make it clear. Where does this lead?
This guy, however, is not moving, right?
That guy is not moving. That guy is staying there, but the three others others disappeared in the portal. So this one is still here, and he is kind of moving over towards Draga. So there's one berserker and one Draga and one other druid here.
Okay, I have one rules question, and then I have something to say to Esmeralda.
Okay.
Rules question. When I use Misty Step, if I'm holding onto someone, will they Misty Step with me?
No, you need Thunderstep
God
for
damn
that.
it.
I don't think so.
That's
You need
unfortunate.
Thunderstep or Dimension Door for that.
Yeah,
I think,
that sounds reasonable, but it's unfortunate.
I think Thunderstep you can take someone, right?
Yeah,
And
well,
Dimension Door is like higher level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Misty Step's all I got. Never mind then. Okay, in that case, I whisper to Esmeralda. I freed Davin, but we need to get him out of here. Can you distract the Berserker so I can get him to the portal?
Where do...
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
And
Tell me, when do you want me to make the distraction?
let's do it now while the others are still off looking for the blue portal. And I...
Okay. Kai's gonna walk around, like inspecting the platform, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anything else we can glean off
And
the
then-
platform that Kai knows? Because I'm assuming the runes are druidic.
Yeah.
Right?
Is there any anything I can learn from this?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
While this is happening, I speak to Draga in common. I point at the portals. Portals where?
Okay, so hold on. Kai, as you're walking around it, you read some of the Druid languages around it. You realize this is a very ancient altar that was built at some point as a tribute to the Fays. So it does have some kind of connection to the Fays. You assume this is where you would bring the gem and perform the ritual to the Fays.
Okay. Yeah.
When you had looked in the book, the Fey book, the shrine for the mountain shrine. This
Yeah,
would
the
be
red gem.
right. Would be the at Yesterhill. This would be where you would bring the red gem here to place here to perform the ritual.
Ah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ileanys.
Oh, yes. I like kind of mime question mark. What is portals where? Go. I point to each of the portals.
He doesn't speak to you, but he points to this. He understands what you're saying. He points to the blue portal, and he says in a Druid language, which Kai understands, is the blue one takes it to the front of the cave. The color one, the bright one over here, returns to the Wizards of Wines.
Isn't that the second blue one? Is that the second blue one though?
This one goes to the front of the cave.
Okay. Because there was another blue one. We don't know where that one goes.
Yep. This one here goes to the Wizards of Wines. And he points to this one over here, and he says to Kai, Valaki.
Wait, which one?
The white one over here is Valaki.
Whoever placed these portals are pretty freaking smart. Good exit portal right there.
Okay, and
I wonder if they were those.
Kai's going to ask Draga. Do you have any other portals that go anywhere? We have some friends across Barovia that might be able to help us.
The other portals go to various areas in Yesterhill. The only two out of Yesterhill is a Valaki portal in Wizards of Wine.
Okay. Well, I guess... What do you think, Ileanys? Is Wizards of Wine the best place for us to go?
Just now, all of a sudden, you see Esmeralda. She just starts shaking, and she starts screaming, and she runs backwards and throws herself against the wall. It's got me! It's got me! Okay. She's shaking and throwing herself against the wall. Help! Help! And she starts spinning around over here like something invisible has grabbed her, and she's throwing herself against the wall.
I shoot some Eldritch Blasts.
That's some good thinking on that woman. I used the distraction she just created as an opening to go get Davin.
The berserker over here comes over her and tries to. He doesn't know if he should be grabbing her or not. He seems quite fearful. And Draga is staring at her too. Obviously, she's grabbed everybody's attention. Stop! Stop! You're pulling up. She's spinning, and now she's fallen to the ground, and she's flopping onto the ground.
Okay. I'm not looking to waste any time here. I cast haste on myself.
Okay.
That works, and then I throw Davin over my shoulder.
Okay.
And try to just sprint him to the portal and usher him through.
Why don't you just take the white portal?
Because we don't know what's there.
He's gone into the white portal. I'm going to roll a really high perception check for Draga, see if this happens here.
Wait, white portal? Who's going in the white portal?
No, he didn't go in the white portal.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I thought Pyramid. Yeah.
It's the closest portal.
I hate to say it. Draga rolled a 20.
Well,
ooh.
It was worth a shot.
Yes. Stop!
Stop. What is that?
He's yelling at Kai understands, and he's just pointing in that way. All of a sudden, the berserker comes this way, and they're now approaching Herjann.
Where is he? I can't even see him.
I'm hidden behind a pillar just now.
Draga only didn't see you, saw the old man.
Yeah, it's enough that he saw something. That's totally fine. I'm just saying Sponge can't see me because I'm behind the pillar.
Yes.
Is the old man actually, did he make it through the portal?
The old man made it through the portal.
Oh, okay, that's good. I look at my companions with a, stupid smile on my face and say, I guess it's time to get out of here now. And
I asked Draga, is it, I make sure Valaki is clear. Do you think it might be people from Valaki? They went to Valaki. Even though it went to the Wizards of Wine.
He doesn't understand what you're saying.
I know.
And I understand, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Just trying to see if they can, you know how some people can gleam words, certain keywords in different languages, you know, try.
You know what? I'm just gonna worst bluff of all time, but I'm gonna shout the Markov got me.
Can I shoot the Eldritch Blast into the portal?
After that's a very not good idea. I yell, I'll go after him, and then I step through the portal because I mean, yeah.
So you yelled, you'll go after him.
Yeah.
And, but he clearly Draga doesn't understand what you said. He just saw you.
Yeah, sure. I'll. That's something that Kai can pick up or not pick up and just follow. I don't know. That's his problem.
Well,
now.
I mean, unless you want all these guys to follow you through.
Yeah, Kai's just gonna say I don't know what he said. He said he's going after him or something.
Are you alright, Esmeralda?
Yes, something darkness had grabbed me, and I feel better now. What happened? Somebody escaped? Draga's yelling that he saw the old man escape. So Kai understands that he saw the old man escape.
I tell Kai, ask him.
Oh God!
If he wants,
I did not mean to do that.
I ask him if he wants us to follow.
That's too late
Any
now.
chance you could? Oh God!
Do you want? Okay, hold on.
Can you teleport me back? Any chance? Oh God!
I think you went a little too close to one of the edge of the portal, even though
it's the
hex grid. Yeah. I needed to specify going down left instead of just left.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab you, Kai.
Like if I move my thing even a little bit close.
Yeah, there you go, Kai. You're let me get rid of you on the other scene here. That was pretty funny. Okay. Let me just make sure you're back. Okay, you're in there, right, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I want to be part of their Druid clan now. Listen, let's all get chummy. Let's all get chummy, guys. You guys are not too bad.
Kai, what are you telling him?
Well, I said I don't know what he was talking about. He said he's going after him or something.
Yeah, I think yeah.
And then Kai's just gonna speak. Oh my God. Okay, can you?
Yeah.
Kai, what are you doing, man?
Buddy, nice to see you again.
He's having keyboard seizure. Ileanys tells the Kai to tell Draga if he wants us to follow them. If he wants us to kill the Martikov.
Kai?
Yeah, Kai's gonna repeat that.
Or are you gonna fall back through the portal one more time?
I'm gonna try not to fall back through the portal.
Kai's the one of those needs one of those warning. Please stay 5 feet away from holes at all times. He's that one child you have to keep pulling back.
Get him. Get the Martikov. Bring him back.
Bring him back or just kill him?
He knows how to lift the curse on the Druids.
Okay.
And with that, Esmeralda jumps through.
Yeah, Kai's just gonna jump through.
Are you this time not gonna jump through, or?
Can I look at him closer? Can I gleam what is without his mask? What he looks like? I want to imprint what he looks like in my memory.
He's a hot or not.
Roll a perception check.
All right.
You don't see much underneath the skull hood. You can notice that the skin is slightly tinged with a greenish hue, and it looks like he's a little gaunt. His skin is almost translucent a little bit. Sickly looking. Meanwhile, Kai is not going to fall through the portal.
Well, I just nod at Drago. And I just fall.
Yeah, Kai's going in the ball.
Are you going to go in the portal, Kai?
Yeah. I did say, I think.
No, I still see you here.
Oh, it's black on my screen. I don't. Maybe I have to refresh the scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. So you guys are all. I'll go ahead and activate Wizard of Wine, so you guys are all here.
I tell Davin you should probably start running now. I don't know if they're gonna have people following us.
Yeah, let's move away from the portal. Definitely. There's a door that I didn't see.
I tell Davin to get yeet. Move,
Yes.
old man.
I mean, I guess he knows his way around, at least.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
way do we go, Davin?
We go. You can go. He points to the to your left.
I think it might be.
We can go up this
best
way here.
if we-
This door here will take us upstairs.
I think it might be best if we separate ways at this moment. Don't know if there's any.
Any what?
Any druids
Nope.
watching us.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, would they be watching us though?
Just
No,
in case there's some stray druids.
You guys are okay. The druids that were here, it just seems to be fairly deserted at this point. And you guys are in the. Let me go grab Esmeralda here too. She did join you guys.
But yeah, I also would have just acknowledged her and said, great acting and good thinking. Too bad it didn't pan out exactly like we drew it up, or you drew it up.
I had to figure out something.
Yeah, it's not your fault that hawk-eyed old... I don't know. I'm not gonna use that word. That old geezer, that he actually saw it. And I look at Dav and say, good hustle from you too.
Thank you for saving me. I'm going to have to make it back to Valaki, to the Blue Water Inn, to let them know I'm okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Is there any way we can help you get there without actually escorting you there? Because I feel like we have to go after our friends,
I have
right?
to get these shackles off, and I can probably find my way. I have a way to perhaps lift the curse so I can transform back to a raven and make my way. Do you have the green gem?
I look at Ileanys. Please tell me we do.
Ileanys is busy petting Silas.
Is
That a yes? You guys have it?
That's a yes, yeah. Speaking of lifting the curse, though, I look at Davin again. These druids seem to be convinced that you are able to restore their powers to shapeshift. Is that true?
The ancient druid order here had lost their powers to shapeshift when the mist came. Strahd had cursed them, for they sided with the Fays against Strahd. There's nothing that I can do about it.
I mean, that's what I thought, but why are they so convinced that you can and that you're also in league with Strahd? It doesn't seem to make sense.
Because I am still able to shapeshift. they assume the mist that I was blessed or we were given some special ability to shapeshift because we were in league with Strahd while the other druids were not able to.
So,
They are cursed while we are not.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's really just wishful thinking and, yeah, on their part, I guess.
And we had the
You'd think a
gem.
bunch of druids would be smarter than that.
But we also had the gem that they had seeked for. They had left us alone for decades, always jealous that we could shapeshift and they could not. But once they learned that we had the green gem, then they suspected that we were in league with Strahd. We had sold wine to the Vistani for Strahd. We had the gem, and we were able to shapeshift. That collectively allowed them to believe that we were in league with Strahd.
Well, they certainly hate you enough to unleash a giant Wickerman on this place, which reminds me, now that we have the gem, what happens to the Wickerman? Do we need to destroy it still, or has it lost its power since the gem has been removed from the druid's grasp?
We do not know. I have no knowledge of that. They brought the Wicker Man to life. Perhaps it's still on its way, but they no longer control it. It may have a mind of its own. I don't know.
I don't like the sound of that. We might actually have to seek this thing out and take it down.
You notice, Kai. You notice that the staff that you're holding is slightly sticky. There's some almost like bloody sap on the staff that you have.
okay. Does it appear to be coming out of the staff?
Yeah, it seems to be oozing out of the staff a little bit. Let me see if I can show. Do you have a picture? You have the staff, so you should be able to look at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, in my inventory. Let me see.
It's in the items directory. I shared it with you. You can take it.
Items.
Once we're done our session.
Do you see it there
Yeah.
under treasures? Can
Yeah, I see it.
Can you roll a Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna put the text in there for you so you can read it now. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this to description, if that works. Yep. So it should be moved to description. If you read descriptions below, it'll tell you all about the staff.
Sorry, what? Where? How?
In your inventory, I guess.
If you look at the description in the...
I guess I need to add to my inventory again.
I'm sorry.
Do I? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess because I did it in the items directory.
I don't know. All I see, I dragged it again, and all I see is like the image. I don't see
If you scroll
else.
down below the image.
Oh, never mind. I am done. Yeah, I see it. Okay. I don't know how to delete. Can you delete the other one? I have no idea how to delete it.
The one that's in your inventory?
The top one, yeah. The one without the text. Unless this one also has text. No, it doesn't. Okay.
So you have one that has no text. The top one doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see if I can delete that one.
Never mind. I think. Oh wait. Yeah.
I don't want to alarm anyone, and I don't know how it happened, but I have 161 AC currently.
Yeah, the AC is broken for me as well. I tried to change it to like a hard-coded value, but it didn't work. I assume it's like something from D&D Beyond, like imported.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's weird. I noticed that too. I did
Mine says this.
You updated everything, right?
I just ran an
Probably.
update on the modules, so
It'll probably take just deleting and re-adding everything, like all the items and spells that affect AC. That sometimes happens with DAE after updates and stuff.
Yeah, I tried to go on effects and I can't remove anything though. I don't understand why.
Oh, no, it's because you don't have dynamic active effects. It seems like.
Oh, but
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but the toggle delete thing like doesn't show the delete button, so I can't remove stuff.
hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It says there's a it won't. It's for something. Now let me save the module for whatever reason. It says you've enabled a module, but its dependencies are not enabled. So
Which one is that?
It's probably something else you need to add.
I'll have to figure out what's going on. I don't know why. I'll check that out later.
yeah, I mean, we're not fighting yet. I just figured it'd be good to point out because it points to something being
I
born.
will definitely look into that.
Oh, I know what it is. It's because you didn't update the D&D 5e system, and it's dependent on the latest version of it. But yeah, you can do that later.
I'll do that later. So Kai's got a new staff.
Oh yeah, I was going to read it, but I'll read it later.
Let's see.
Esmeralda, are you gonna come with us to the south, or do you want to go with Davin maybe?
Where are you guys heading to?
To go meet up with our friends.
Yeah, Tsolenka Pass, I think.
Tsolenka Pass. I fear that's fairly dangerous with the snow setting in. I'll go if I must, but I fear for your friends. It's not a safe place.
It's exactly why we're heading there now. Are you able to escort him in disguise without having people know it's you?
Escort who? Davin?
Davin, yes.
I can take Davin back towards Kresk and then head towards Tsolenka Pass and meet up with you there.
Seems fine. I think he'll be fine from Kresk. He can probably take one of the carts that's heading to Vallaki, if anything.
Sure.
Well, Davin.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think of this Wicker man? It said it was here to destroy.
Excuse me, young man? What did you say?
The Wicker man.
I don't know much about it. If it's headed this way, I fear I don't have the power to stop it.
I think Kai said that it was sent here to destroy the place. I don't know. How long would it take to rebuild this place if it gets destroyed? I don't think we have the time or the power to
Intercept the Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Put it down, yeah. Good point.
Unfortunately.
My concerns now is not this place, but defeating Strahd and lifting the mists, restoring the face. This is just a building. It can always be rebuilt.
Well, is there anything important that you need us to grab for you before you leave?
No, my children took it when we were attacked by the Dark Druids and the rights.
And you think you'll be safe if you
If
leave it Kresik?
If Esmeralda can get me to Kresik, I can make my way back towards Vallaki. In fact, perhaps the Druid potion girl there could help me there, get me mended before I head back to Vallaki.
Does he seem hurt? Can I try to heal him?
He's very emacipated, weak, hasn't been fed. Obviously, his legs are killing him from, he's still got these shackles on his feet. His feet have been bare, so he's a little worse for wear.
I'll just
Okay, yeah.
throw a
Should
couple
I
of
just?
boots at him.
Yeah. While you're doing that, can I just run upstairs and see if I can find anything more for him to wear, so he doesn't have to walk through the snow barefoot?
Yeah.
Their living quarters
goes,
were up here, right?
I have some clothes up in my bedroom. I can go fetch and change into something more.
Okay, if you
hospitable.
want to do it yourself, I was willing to.
I appreciate it, and perhaps Esmeralda, I have some tools. She can help me remove these shackles. I'd be delighted to. It shouldn't be a problem, and we'll make fast to Kresk as soon as possible. Let's gather your belongings. I'll follow you upstairs. And you see Davin head upstairs, and Esmeralda follows him upstairs.
Do I think 2 cure wounds is enough, or do I need to give him more?
I think 2 is enough. I think what he needs more than cure wounds is just a warm bed, some food, and maybe some mental relaxation.
I just wanted to make sure he's actually able.
Esmeralda's going to make sure he's going to be well guarded and taken care of before they get to and take care of him when he gets to Kresk.
Right,
Okay,
boys.
I guess that leaves us with the question of whether we're gonna walk or take the carriage and tip our hand to Strahd.
Well, I don't think we can walk, but Kai?
Don't be a naysayer. Be a horsey.
Wait, do we even have the carriage?
You don't have the carriage.
We left it here, and I'm just assuming that it never left.
No, we left Strahd's carriage at Yesterhill.
fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, no. For some reason, sorry. I thought
we left
it. Yeah.
We left the thing with all our stuff in here.
That's actually, that
Yeah.
kind of plays into our hand, because that makes it seem maybe that we got overwhelmed at Yesterhill or some. It'll buy us time at the very least, is what I'm trying to say.
So
Yeah, we left it at the base of the mountain or the hill.
Yeah, true.
So
I guess we can just ride a Kai down to like a pass then.
I don't know if Kai feels too happy about it.
he didn't sound very happy about that.
You didn't mind earlier, but then again, I mean, how much heavier than Fiannos can Ileanys be? Just look at him.
Yeah, like so skinny. Kidding.
Yeah, I guess that's the fastest way, yeah.
So
Yeah, I think you can move about the same speed as a horse, I think. Can you?
you're going to convert into an animal to make your way towards Tsolenka Pass and have them. Yeah, I think you should have a horse icon, isn't that correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You say I'm sorry, but you sound so thrilled with my plan of you just carrying us on your back, your horsey back.
If you guys want to step outside of the vineyard, then Kai can convert to the horse if that's what you want to do and head out towards Tsolenka Pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me bring up.
Can we actually Can we cut across the field here? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can cut across the field. It looks like it's fairly quiet and nothing. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any activity around.
Hi, are you able to turn into a dire wolf? Yeah.
Me, yeah.
They're better in terrain, I guess, than a horse.
I don't think you can ride a dire wolf.
Why not? They're large creatures.
At least not both of you.
We get to.
Well, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about style points at this particular juncture. I
Imagine
just
riding a dire wolf. Yeah, no, I whatever form Kai chooses.
Okay. Let's train off
The warhorse is the
extra.
fastest.
I still gotta find Steed somewhere.
I see Kai's just zipping around.
Where's Kai? Can't see him.
We're exploring.
He's exploring. He's having a good time.
Stop horsing around, Kai. Sorry. I burned through all of my good bad puns while teaching today. I only have the bad puns left.
Yeah, so Param, can you remove effects from
I don't know how to remove the effect off of you, actually.
What's effect?
Or concentrating for one, and then if possible my armor and the shield, so I can try and reset that.
I don't know how to.
Because I click the what's it called, the lock in the top right. So, but all that lets me do is add more effects, not delete the current ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
This one should remove your concentration. Game code.
Did you put that in the?
Yeah, I tried that. I think. I'm pretty sure I asked that like a couple of weeks ago. You said me to do. Asked me to. Anyway, how do I even run that command? Do I have to have like?
You have to make a macro and then make it as a script macro.
Yeah, I thought so. I was checking. There should be a console.
I'm trying to do it. I don't have a. I'm getting an error in my.
Oh, it worked. Oh, what the hell?
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked for me. The remove all conditions.
Okay.
Is there one for remove all effects? Or active, remove passive effects?
There is one. It should be in macros.
All right. Okay, so I am going to hustle you guys onto the road here. See if this is it. Hold on for 1 second. So you're making your way out of the. Let's see if we got. Yeah. I'm gonna just pull you guys into the scene here.
Hair flowing in the air.
And let me just do something here. Configure. Darkness. Couple of last minute things quickly. Starting to get cool, obviously. And let me see. It's not what I wanted.
Oh, that's
a little bit better. And one more thing here. Oh, you guys managed to get out of that situation pretty well.
Yeah. Despite the minor mishap at the end.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Pretty neat.
I rolled 2 1s on my guys, so they kind of epically failed. So
Thankfully,
that's all right with me.
So let me go ahead and open this up. And Kai is I'm gonna turn Kai into. Well, I'll put the horse on there for him. Okay. I don't know why that's lit up like a.
it's so bright.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
But yeah, that script macro should remove all the effects on your.
you said that in Elvish or something.
I said that in common.
Not for me.
Let me check.
Weird. For me, it shows
Oh,
up in
you know
common
why? It's
too.
because you're a horse right now. Just click on Kai.
Oh yeah. That is funny.
Kai's a horse. So I'm gonna leave Kai on the scene. You guys will be able to. You guys are on here. It's kind of snowing a little bit. I'm just gonna remove Kai from the scene, so he's just the horse. Of course.
The horse should be twice as big.
There you go.
Oh, how do I?
There you go. So Kai, you're the horse, and they're riding you on the horse. You're heading down a path towards Tsolenka Pass. You guys are writing in funny languages up here.
It's because you're clicked on the horse, I think.
Okay. Let me just roll a die here.
I say to Jan, good job getting Davin out of there.
All right.
Yeah,
Tough.
it was the right thing to do. I wonder what the Druids are going to make of the fact that we killed one of their berserkers when I freed Davin.
You killed one of the berserkers.
He caught us as I was smashing the chains.
Well, you know,
It was
maybe
exactly quiet.
it must have been Davin, you know.
That
Yeah.
would definitely be a problem.
I did make sure to leave a good mess. I'm not sure if they can actually tell that it was a sword that the dude is completely disemboweled. It could have been anything, really.
Well, as you guys are traveling, it's certainly getting colder, and it's probably best if you haven't to equip your fur-lined boots and winter jackets. If you don't have those on, the temperature's dropping pretty quickly as you're slowly moving into upper foothills towards the mountains.
I don't think we can. Can I?
Well, you're a horse, so not right now.
Yeah, I know that. I was gonna. I don't think.
I don't actually think I ever. Fuck, did I never add this stuff to my inventory?
I did.
But I know I had the cloak already. It was the direwolf cloak, and I forgot to add the boots. Assume that I'm appropriately dressed as best as I can.
Okay.
With what I have for the
Let me just
weather.
Making sure that you have the. I'm just putting them in there for you because I know you guys have them. So I just added them into your inventory, Herjann.
Yeah, thanks.
Got to kiss goodbye this 3 AC.
And you got them. So just make sure that if you're not wearing them, then you're going to be suffering some coldness pretty soon. I'm just letting you know that once you get into the snow zone, if they're not equipped, that you'll be taking some frost, cold, perhaps damage. Let me roll for something here. See if something.
Oh, I was muted the whole time. I'm so dumb.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll. I didn't mean to calculate for you, but
what did I just?
It's okay. Didn't mean to roll
there.
For you.
Okay, they're equipped now.
Okay, so you're getting towards the foothills, and as you crest over this small berm, you can start to see the mountains. Now let me see if I have this thing loaded for you guys. Nope. So you've been on this road now for a few hours, and you're getting to a point where the mountains, in the distance, you can see the Tsolenka Pass up in the mountains ahead of you. And the temperature is getting windy, and it's getting very cold. You notice on the path over to your right, where I'm pointing over here, it looks like the grass has been kind of trampled a little bit. It looks like somebody might have been camping at some point. And then down in the valley, you see a river down there, and you can make out in the great distance up there looks like it's up to the Tsolenka Pass in that direction.
That's scary.
Okay.
Very imposing.
Yeah, indeed. So as we're walking here, Herjann says, kind of pulls his cloak tighter and says, "This place is starting to remind me of home. Never thought I'd say that." And he walks over to the place where it looked like someone had camping. I just look around if I can see anything additional to any additional thing.
Can you roll
something left behind?
Can you roll a perception check for me?
You said we've been traveling for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, for a few hours. Yeah.
Do you want
Since
to
I'm since I'm actively searching for something, I'd honestly rather roll investigation because I'm proficient in that.
Investigation, sure. I'm sorry. Roll investigation.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just trying to.
My
make
apologies.
The most of it.
No.
No worries at all. It's just
It should have been
because I know
investigation.
how I roll. Like
So
Yeah.
what you
I need the.
You noticed that you see some footprints. The snow is slowly melting, but it's starting to settle on the dry grass. There's an abandoned campsite. There's a ring of rocks. The fire has been out for a few days. And then you notice that there's a tent there. It's been kind of shredded. There's some fur-lined sleeping bags that have been torn apart. One of them is kind of hardened with dried blood. I need you to roll a survival check.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Nice. It's your first good roll.
You lean down and you put your hands around the rocks and near the fire. You've realized it's probably been extinguished for about no more than 3 days. There's still a little bit of warmth at the coals at the very, very bottom in there. The blood looks like it has been a struggle here against some kind of wild animal. You look around and you see a part of some fingers, actually 2 fingers that have been ripped. You can see their tendons. The fingers are strange. They're bloated and there's black veins have been. It looks like the veins have turned black and the 2 fingers are kind of bloated.
Does that look like frostbite or something like that?
No. Roll a medicine check. You notice that the 2 fingers, as you hold them up and you look at them closely, it doesn't look like frostbite. It looks like it was some kind of poison that discolored the skin and made the veins in the fingers turn black before they were ripped from the actual hand. You look around, there was at least 3 people here. There was 1 sleeping bag that was rather small. You see some rather large footprints that kind of disappear off into the mountainside.
Okay, I pointed all this out to Ileanys and Kai. Have you ever seen anything like this? And I point specifically to the fingers. It's like some kind of poison may have done this. I've never seen anything like it.
I guess Kai would try and look at the fingers and see if he recognizes anything. Or
no, the only thing that you guys recognize is that whoever this human being was poison. It looked like it took quick effect. It bloated the body a little bit, and the veins actually turned black from the poison. The damage of the fingers being ripped from the hand and the tendons and the bones was something that happened after the poison took place.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was also going to try to figure out, whether that's some kind of venom from an animal or some poison that's applied some other way.
Okay.
And then,
Kai's going to try and figure out how many sets of footsteps there were leaving to the mountain.
Roll a nature check. You only notice one set of footprints. They're larger than a direwolf, but other than that, because the way the grass and the stove's fallen, you can't really tell. You do notice that it goes off up into this mountains, but it kind of disappears up into the area where it gets a little bit more rocky and there's less grass. The path that you're looking at leads down into the valley, down to this river down here.
I guess we're actually looking at traces of our
I just want to assure you there was nothing in that campsite that was anything that looked like it belonged to Fiannos, Erzan, or Ervan.
Okay.
Yeah, not even you pointed out that one of those sleeping bags was rather small, and I earlier even thought I should ask about the size of the footprints, because that wouldn't be
the sleeping
proof,
bag,
but it could be it.
The sleeping bag would fit a child or a halfling for sure, but none of the equipment, none of the sleeping bags, none of the stuff there looked like it belonged to either Erzan, Ervan, or Fiannos.
Okay. Then maybe we can be slightly less worried about the fact that whatever surprised these people camping here tore everything to shreds. Then again, there aren't any corpses, so that's good.
Do we know that Tsolenka Pass is that Tsolenka Pass? Like, that's the only path to it?
That's the only pass up to Tsolenka Pass, yes.
Okay. Then do you want to take a rest here, Kai, or are you okay to keep going?
We can keep going.
Do you want to change forms? It seems it's going to be rocky from...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, we're going on a direwolf.
Nice.
Actually, a bear might be good too, or something. I don't know what.
We know, like,
I was thinking more like human form.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys can ride a bear. I don't think it would really work. Maybe one person could, but
So it's the same size or bigger than the one.
yeah, but it's not exactly as comfortable as a horse. Like,
honestly,
True.
I don't really see the
True.
terrain advantage that a bear would have over a horse.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever.
It's just, rule of cool, yes, but okay, whatever is comfortable for you, Guy.
Whatever's comfortable for you. And are you okay to keep? You okay to keep going, right?
yeah, I think so. I mean, we could take a rest if you guys want.
Is the time accurate?
Yes,
roughly.
Yes, it's roughly accurate. It's roughly, you've been traveling all night. I moved the time ahead. Yes, because it was midnight. After midnight, it was about 1 a.m. when you were in the cavern, and now you've been traveling for a few hours. So it's been dark, and the sun will be rising shortly.
Yeah, maybe we can rest. Move forward a little bit and then rest like at sunrise.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no way a short rest is going to be enough, really, and I'm just thinking if we rest now, then by the time we're done resting, the longer we wait, the darker it will be by the time that we can actually walk again, and that's at the same time we don't want to commit to just traveling the rest of the day, I think, because exhaustion's a bitch.
I'm just worried about our friends.
Yeah, that too.
I can send Silas to scout ahead while we're resting.
Yeah, that makes sense. At least something productive will happen while we...
Do you guys want to make camp here?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem...
Do we want to search the immediate vicinity for better places to camp into or more clues?
Yeah, I think we should search a bit better until sunrise and then start sleeping then.
Okay, so do you want to continue down towards the river, or do you want to stay up here in the edge of the mountain?
River would be good, right?
Yeah.
Or if they can find a cave.
Yeah, let's just wander down around between here and the river-ish.
Okay. So, let me get you there. Hold on.
Maybe we'll find more clues by the river.
Down by the river.
It's going to take you a little while to get down there, so I'm going to move the clock ahead about an hour and activate the scene. The snow is, you've come down to the valley, it's actually getting far more colder. You're in the shadow of the mountain, the snow is coming down heavier, and there's a little bit more trees down here. It's quite dense and cold.
Herjann turns around and says, "Guys, keep your heads on a swivel. Who knows what's lurking in these trees?" It's not
I
like
want
you can see very far.
all of you guys to roll a perception check.
Ooh.
Kai, you notice immediately right over here there is some dried blood, and you see some, like a wagon has been here for quite some time before it left. There's a bunch of dried bloods, there's some pieces of clothing, and right over here you find a carcass of a giant winter wolf that's been killed here. It looks like part of it's been skinned, and then part of it has been torn apart by probably wild animals. Up ahead you can see that there's a river, but the ice along the edge of the river seems fairly fragile and dangerous to walk on. The water is kind of moving there, so it definitely looks like this was a very recent activity.
And you said there was only one corpse?
There was one dire wolf right there that was killed. It's the carcass is right here.
Is there enough of the leftovers to make sense of what might have killed him? Like man-made weapons or another
No,
animal?
it's missing quite a bit of its fur, so it looks like its fur has been stripped and a lot of the meat has been torn away from it, so you can't tell exactly what killed it.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
I would think there might be hunters, but I would believe that they would take the whole thing with them.
But you do notice that there was a cart here. The grass was trampled down quite a bit. Kai notices that something was tied to this tree. Perhaps a horse at some point was tied there, just probably walking around in circles for a bit. But there was a cart here, a lot of human activity right in this area, and some blood, quite a bit of dried blood on the ground.
Can we do like an investigation or survival?
Kai's gonna check out the cart.
The cart's not there anymore. It's just where it was just ruts of where a cart was sitting there for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, can we do like investigation?
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
Hell yeah!
Nice. Let's go then.
You don't see anything more unusual than that. Herjann notices as he leans down and he touches the blood, even though it's semi-frozen, he definitely recognizes that at once the consistency was that of a human being. This is not, certainly was not animal blood. It's certainly not horse or animal. It was definitely human or elven or halfling blood. You find in the blood also some, next to the blood, it's not actually in the blood, a little bit of torn clothing, and you recognize some of the torn clothing is from Ervan.
Oh. Okay, yeah. As I get up from kneeling in front of the blood, I say that's definitely humanoid, and walk over to the shreds and say, "Doesn't this look like it was it Erzan or Ervan? Sorry,
Ervan.
Ervan. Does this look like Ervan's clothes?"
I think it does, yes.
I never really looked at his clothes specifically, but
Yeah, I know. It's so easy to get lost in his eyes. But yeah, I don't like this. Maybe we should
might have killed this
going.
guy here.
So you guys, it's 8 p.m. Unfortunately, so I got to get ready for the round 2.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to camp here?
I think realistically we would be trying to see if we find tracks of the horse.
Yeah, the cart actually goes off down this trail in this direction here. So what it looks like is they pulled their cart over here for a while. The horse might have been tied to the tree. There might have been something happened to Ervan. You don't know if it's Ervan's blood or not, but some of his clothes have been torn and left here. And there's a carcass of a giant, very large. It's probably one of the largest wolves you've ever seen. There, certainly bigger than a dire wolf.
Yeah. So I think Ileanys would press on to try to press on since we have a clear tracks.
Yeah. You said the tracks
fine.
looked recent.
Oops.
So yeah.
I think we're just gonna press on. If we find somewhere really well sheltered and somewhere good to rest, then we probably should. But yeah, it's fine to press on for now, I think.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave this here because the other players have logged into the general channel.
Okay.
Any quick questions or anything? Was it? Did you guys enjoy the scenario? I know it was short.
I enjoyed being lucky.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You guys were lucky.
I love that.
You guys were rolling high, and I rolled 2 ones with one of most. Well, he rolled the only time he rolled a 20 was the time when he saw the guy jump into the portal. But ever since then, he was like, I was rolling a 1, and then it's like crap. Now they're like all buying into your shit.
The thing is, I was actually, in the beginning, I thought, if we actually surprise him, we can totally take that fucker out, Jaga. And then maybe we can also deal with the, 1 or 2 berserkers and the druid that were there. And then when they started pulling in reinforcements, I got a bit nervous. And yeah, I meant it when I said I did not want to find out what that berserker can dish out. I'm glad I got him in one round.
You didn't find us. Good lord, thank God.
Then again, with 161 AC, what's the worst that could have happened?
Well, I'll try to. Okay. So I'm gonna drag you guys up to general. Oh, what was that, Ileanys?
I believe I let before coming down here, so he should be an hour ahead of us in the direction of the pass.
Okay.
So I don't know if we went to the left or right or straight down into the river. I don't know what direction we went into.
You guys went straight down towards the river. The path leads down in the river, then leads out of the gully up into that mountain split that you saw.
Okay, so Silas would be heading towards the pass, and I guess if enough hours pass, he would maybe see the other group. I don't know where they are. He's just heading straight into the pass, trying to see if he can see anybody.
And you're holding the green gem, not Silas, right?
I am. Yeah, I took it from him when I was petting.
Just making sure. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys into general.
All right. Well,
hello, people.
Yeah, it was fun time.
Hey.
Yeah, would have been more fun if I didn't have to roll another character, but you know.
Yeah.
Reb.
Hey, but also you get to roll another character.
Yeah, I guess. So maybe it's more fun.
Yeah.
So, that was a good That was a very close. How should we say? It was a close scenario. It came down to some die rolls.
Close, but not quite enough, you know.
Not enough. Not enough. One side rolled lucky, the other side rolled pretty poorly. So.
Yeah. What about you guys? How's your side going?
Yes.
I can't tell if you guys are just fucking with us or if it actually happened.
No, Pyram's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I mean-
Pyram is telling the truth, but Pyram is being vague.
Yeah.
So, you know, I am under no illusion that, yes, Pyram is telling the truth, but he's being intentionally vague, which is like, okay, so did someone actually die? Or...
I mean, if the 161 AC Jan gives you a hint.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fix that right now. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold on.
Yeah, that sounds like.
If one of us died, who would you prefer to be? Just for some added
definitely
drama.
not Ileanys, because he's the one that we need to communicate to the other party with. Kai is very important to this whole Fae thing, so probably you, Jan.
Fair enough.
Bye.
Let me see if I can get this.
Probably good things worked out the way they worked out then.
So you said I needed to update to D&D
5e system.
5e. Okay, let me just do that update really quick here. All right, 1.2.4.
Yeah, that's 0.2 more than the previous one.
Okay, so let me go back to Game Worlds and see if that fixed. I had no idea that. All of a sudden I saw the 162 armor class. I'm like, so go ahead on your attack roll. Roll 20 d20s.
Yeah.
Just update the just update the number of die you roll. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we'll just pretend it's a 16.
Should be a 20.
Let me see if that worked.
18? No, it should be an 18. Sorry. Yeah.
Let's check it out. No, you're still 161. I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't. You need to turn
Check
the
the
dynamic
effects.
active effects on again.
Okay, let me check
believe.
that out. Dynamic active effects.
Is this really already session 23?
I have two dynamic
Yeah,
effects.
both should be on.
Okay, let me check that. Learn something never new. You know, we're always updating modules and always updating versions, and so you gotta make sure here. So let's just give. Yep, he's back to normal. Thank you very much for the tip. So we're all good. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad that that we're split, but hopefully maybe soon Sunday.
I think probably by next session.
Well, if
Depends
you
on
guys,
how our session goes.
yeah, but you
Depends
guys,
on how the
you
session
guys
goes.
decided to head back to Valaki. So when the hell are you guys going to go to Tsolenka Pass?
Just teleport there, of course.
Or send your fucking familiar that you did.
No. We're going to Strahd's place. We're asking him for the carriage again, and then we're going to Tsolenka Pass.
They just
Yeah, fuck.
they're at Valaki. They wanted to go back and have some brews at the Blue Water Inn. They said it's getting
No. Like, it was Erzan. Erzan wanted his rapier
Yeah.
really bad.
yeah. No,
He wanted to turn it into his scimitar.
Honestly,
probably.
Whatever it was, like, his rapier, like turning it into a scimitar. He really wanted that, and because he has Kai charisma, he was just like rolled really well and like convinced us to just go to Valaki.
Well, they were convinced after they stepped like maybe 2 feet towards Tsolenka Pass and seeing the blizzard and the snow. They said, "Screw that! It's too cold. Let's go to Valaki, grab some brews, Blue Water, and we'll wait to hear how they went."
Some brewskis, yo. Let's go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Herjann said he's allergic to werewolves anyway, so. He said they should be fine up there. No. So I guess we're waiting for Robin. Did you hear from Robin?
He's on vacation this week, so might be awkward.
Okay.
Yeah. I called him. He canceled on me. Not sure. I think he can play, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to. He said, I talked to him 2 hours ago, and he said that he's going out. I don't know if he's come back yet or not. So that's the thing.
All right.
We thought wait 10 minutes, if not, and then we can start.
All right. Well, we're all here, so we can wait for 10 minutes and chat it up. I gotta do one quick thing here. So.
Awkwardly chat about things that aren't the game because we can't talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about other stuff, I guess.
Hey, if you want to do some modules, just kidding. I'm a module goblin.
Here, I've been
I've been spending so much time.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go get something to eat
Okay.
quickly. So see you guys in a bit.
Pyre.
Big fucking iron dragon, we couldn't even catch up to it because so there is travel rules. We travel for the maximum much travel we could travel to, so we couldn't continue traveling, so we had to find other way. We said let's go inside and find if there is a way to stop the dragon from inside. There was a way, the fucking the king of the king or the actually.
Is that the one? Is that the game where you made the Twilight Cleric?
No.
Okay.
That was the one that I made a barbarian in.
Oh, okay.
So we went in, we fought our way in, we reached the boss fight. I died first, and everything went they were managing.
Oh, that was the next big for this. Yeah.
Yeah, we were managing until that Duragar started ringing bells, and everyone came around us. Came around them. I died in the first fucking turn of the final fight. I was so sad. I was watching them. Fuck, man. If I managed to survive even for a one round and pushed in a bit,
Insta die or saving throws die?
I was mauled by fucking zombies.
Okay. So you just hit a bunch. You just got hit a bunch and just basically.
No, 3 zombies. Each one had 2 attacks. Okay.
Okay.
First 3 attacks downed me. Next 3 killed me.
Oof.
So, quick question: how many of you guys have played any other tabletop role-playing games?
D&D is my only tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
I've played a little bit of Blades in the Dark. It was quite interesting. That's about it.
Nothing else. I just want to mention I'm loosely familiar with it because I remember it from a long time ago. I never played it, but I saw the video and been following. They did an amazing job porting over
Warhammer Fantasy into Foundry. So unlike Dungeons and Dragons, where you have to push, pull each thing in and do all that, you just buy the modules. It loads everything up: the maps, the characters, automatic hits. And so I was watching the video of it. It was just really impressive. And this guy did these maps. He's been making maps with two things. One's called Flowscape. Are you familiar with Flowscape?
That's the map one, right?
Yeah, Flowscape is one of the. Well, you make a scene, a 3D scene, and if you want, you can then take a screenshot top down and use that as a map.
So he's using Flowscape, and which looks really good. And he's using this thing, which if you have a NVIDIA graphics card, it's called starts with a VIA or something like that. It comes with the graphics card. So if you're playing in any games, he copied something like 100 screenshots from Witcher, and it's using these Witcher backgrounds. It looks really cool.
Oh yeah, he did is it the background or the top down? Like he moved the camera.
He did it both. He did a top down one, and sometimes he does like Theater of the Mind ones too. It looks really, really good. So yeah. I was thinking, you know what? That's a great idea. Maybe I should go ahead and find some good games and get some maps right out of the games. That would be cool. Because Witcher 3 has some really good scenes that would play well into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's a shame that I have very little interest in Warhammer Fantasy. I'm more a 40k guy.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Warhammer Fantasy setting. I think it's a great setting. I obviously know more about 40k, but fantasy is pretty cool as a setting. I'm pretty upset that they nuked it. The thing is, I think the Warhammer...
It get relicensed to a company in England called Civil 7 or Circle 7.
Yeah. The thing is, like, they actually completely nuked, like, they had an Armageddon in the Games Workshop side of the Warhammer Fantasy realm.
Oh.
And now that they basically, what happened was Warhammer Fantasy, in terms of models, sold less models than just one army in Warhammer 40k, and so they said, let's get rid of this shit. And only after they decided to nix it, they started licensing out the world to be used in video games and stuff. And that garnered a whole lot of attention. Who would have thought it? And yeah.
Well, Total War Warhammer played probably a huge role in that.
Yeah, so the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game, I mean, it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but in that fantasy element. I haven't played it, don't know too much about the mechanics of it, but I did watch the video of the entire where they ported over the entire module and everything, which was just, from a dungeon master's perspective and all the work that you have to do, copying and pasting and pulling things in. This is just, one click install and everything's in there. All the creatures, all the, everything. Nice. Yeah, I was just dreaming. I was like, man, if Wizards of the Coast could just get their shit together.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign that now we're actually getting a marketplace for officially licensed content in.
Oh yeah, so
in Foundry.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I'll find a video and send it to you. You might not be necessarily interested in playing Warhammer, but to see what Foundry could do, but also see the maybe in the future we can all get together and play a one shot Warhammer, see if we like that.
Yeah,
so.
I'd be super interested in that because, as I said, I love the setting, and the interesting thing about using Foundry for it is I haven't actually played it, but I have heard and read that the Warhammer Fantasy RPG is pretty damn crunchy compared to others, because you have, like, for a lot of stuff, like, there's a lot of rolling and tables and shit involved, and if you have a well-automated system to take some of the,
weight off that would actually
yeah.
It's when I watched the gameplay, it didn't. The crunch was certainly hidden behind the
Yeah,
Foundry.
It's also possible that they made it less crunchy in the 4th edition. Like, I'm still like, my information that it's very crunchy pertains to the 2nd edition.
Well, I can tell you, I watched the guy, the guy that does all the work for Circle 7, did the porting. I watched his video, and then I watched one Dungeon Master run his session with it, and I was just like, I felt embarrassed. I was like totally envious. I like, this guy is rocking it because everything's so, you know, smooth, and the graphics are awesome, and you know, everything's just, you know, just click this button, and right in the chat windows, like it tells you what to do, and it just automatically applies the damage, and then it makes the sound like, and you've taken the damage. I'm like, oh my god, that's just, I really thought it was cool if we could do that with D&D.
Oh, you can. I mean, you could probably do a certain extent. So the game that I'm running right now is kind of close to that. There's some Patreon artists there that do animated spell effects and like hits with like swords and everything. It's pretty cool.
But I mean, there's great value in actually having everything pre-compiled and ready for you.
That's what I was saying. It's like this guy, all he had to do was read the module, and he could start DMing, and the players could start playing. You know, he didn't have to install like myself 100 modules to get this thing operational. But no, it was nice to see. I see what Foundry can do from my perspective, like the things I can play with and make work. But it was really nice to see somebody that's a professional port something over in such a professional way. Like even the skins around the combat tracker and the chat windows, they have all these really cool, unique skins and animation. And I mean, they really did a slick job on it.
Although, Tim.
Yep. That's me.
You know what's gonna be weird if we do try that? If anyone decides to roleplay a Skaven. That's gonna be something.
I have the paranoia down.
Yes, now you just need the voice.
I gotta talk quick, fast. Yes.
So, what do we want to do with Robin here? It looks, because he is on vacation, he might not be able to join. Yeah. Do you guys want to go ahead and run the session?
Probably should. I'm not sure, because like there is a lot of juicy interactions between him and his father, which is like having him miss all of that.
Yeah.
Is gonna feel bad, because especially if his father goes away to do his own thing, or something else happens that separates us, and then it's like, oh yeah, welcome back, you missed the previous session, oh, and by the way, your father's gone.
Oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead. We just killed him.
Yeah. So I feel like that would make it quite awkward, but if you want to run it, we can run it.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. Sure. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. You guys know the situation was pretty difficult.
I would be very willing to wait until next session, if not for the fact that it's going to screw up the timing. Yeah. Where like Ileanys and all of them are basically, from my understanding, in one way or another finished with what they're doing there. Yeah, and
well, what we could do is we could flip flop it so that you guys go first next week and they go second.
Yeah, actually, I think that would, in the timeline, that would be good.
Yeah, that might work. So yeah, if we can some way sort it out in such a way that the timing still lines up more or less,
sure,
without having to make them wait. Because again, you know better than we are how much content each side has. So if you think it's fine to wait the week and like have him here next session, and maybe we can turbo through all of this,
I can make it work either way. It's really up to you. You have
because his father is there, I would say I would prefer to wait.
Okay. Him. Are you okay with that, Ervan?
Yeah, and he just called me. He said he might not be able to join. Like he might be able to join in in an hour and a half. Like not
Okay.
in the yeah.
So because
Yeah,
it's
quite a bit late.
I think Tim made it a good point earlier that because Sponge was late, that with only 3 people missing one person is pretty impactful versus
Yes,
6
exactly.
people and one person missing.
one
So
person.
especially with Ervan and Erzan's father. So that being said, and I didn't want to waste your time. I appreciate you guys coming on here. Did anybody get a chance to listen to the audiobook?
I'm
I haven't.
about
I've
an
been
hour
super-
into it.
I've had a brief skim through of the player handbook that you sent me. Can't really comment on anything yet. It does look very well made and well structured. My initial.
I appreciate it. I'm still
impression.
making some changes to that. I was wondering if anybody got to listen to my audiobook.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I'm about an hour into it.
Oh, did you?
I also know the book though, so it's.
Do you like the narrator? Do you think he does a good job?
Yeah, I haven't actually heard him speak German though. I kept listening for that because he said there was going to be German, which I knew from the book as well, and I haven't heard him yet.
Yeah, he when he runs into Sergeant Sauer,
Yeah,
there's a couple of German exchanges.
Oh yeah, Firearm. In terms of feedback to the player's handbook, I was thinking, if we all kind of read it individually and give our, especially stuff like small corrections individually, you're going to get a lot of duplicated information. So what I was thinking was making a Google Drive with a few different sections where, there's one section for basically small little tweaks or fixes, another section for more thematic stuff, where we could all kind of write our own part in there.
Sure. Does that make sense? Do you think it would be best if I broke the book down into sections in the Google Drive?
Not necessarily breaking the book down into sections, but breaking down it into different types of feedback. Because first of all, there's very kind of bug fixy feedback where it's any spelling errors, any kind of written errors, that kind of thing. So basically fixing those kind of things.
And then there's mechanics, there's spells.
Exactly. There's mechanical, there's other things as
well.
There's different kinds of feedback, and making a Google Drive where we can all chip in.
I will certainly put that together and organize that. That's a great idea. I've been working on some mechanics and some changes already, and I was just telling Tim I made some changes, and he's like, wait, I just got it. I got to get more changes. What I was wrestling with this idea, so much of it is kind of core D&D, and I came up with some really cool mechanics that I think are a lot more elegant, that I thought, what, instead of really keeping this, a lot of the D&D stuff, maybe I should introduce these other mechanics rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. So I had a, what do you call it? I forget what they call it, a forking. I forked it today. So I kept the original, and then I introduced this new mechanic, which I think is I think it's more elegant. I like it a lot. But again,
do you have a repository of both versions?
Yeah, I do. I
mean, we have the old version, but yeah.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'll write an update with the differences are in there, but pretty much it was the attack and roll mechanic. Here's something I just want to share with you guys, because you guys are obviously one of the things that I really enjoyed talking to you about with you guys. Not only are you guys nerdy and geeky like I am, but when I say something to you guys, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It makes sense. So
when we play with a D20 die, every single individual outcome is 5%. And so when we're trying to roll above a certain number, it's just we're looking at one set of circumstances. I'm thinking to myself, what if you rolled 2d10? Because now you're actually creating a probability curve. So now 11 becomes the most highly rolled number, becomes an average, but you don't have an average if you're just rolling 1d20. Yes. So I thought maybe using the 1d20 idea, but instead of rolling 1d20, rolling 2d10 and just adding the numbers together, which gives you a lot more interesting and also dynamic characteristics to rolling a d20.
Yeah. One thing with that is that you would never be able to roll 1.
Yeah.
No, 2 would become critical.
Okay, yeah, if you said 2
then
another potential problem is again, you use all of these common dice because they are common and because most people will have them. I'm not sure how common D10 dice are.
D10s are pretty common. It's part of a set.
Yeah.
Okay, if they're part of the same set, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and they use them a lot for probability dice.
Yep. Yeah. Then it's fine. Then that's not really a problem.
D100 and D10.
So here was something I thought was really interesting. So when you're rolling a critical, one of the things I don't like about, and I think a lot of people don't like about criticals on the critical failure side or the critical side, is it's always 5%. But if you're rolling 2d10 and you roll 2, that's 1%. Right? You're only You've reduced criticals down to 1%. So having critical failures is okay, doesn't seem as bad, because now it's really a 1% outcome, which is a significant difference than a 5% outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not relying. Because you're not relying on what's it called? Not relying on one die. It's just saying I do die.
You can't crit fish, and there's a lesser chance of you getting screwed.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little bit statistically more average.
Yeah, it's put you in a middle range, not in a
exactly. Like it makes it easier to
8 and 13 or something like that.
I was also thinking about, because you've created a probability curve because you have 2 die, that you can use your skill checks or difficulty checks. Now is it not just beating a number, but you have a probability window in which to put those difficulty checks in. Right. So,
although if you are playing in a real table, like in a table, virtual tabletop, that's not too bad. But in a real table, that would be twice as many dice that you have to worry about.
Well, you're just rolling two. You're just rolling 2 die.
Around, right?
Yeah, but you're only rolling 2 die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Keep in mind, all of the other dice have been simplified, where you're not going to be rolling like 8 dice for damage, that kind of shit.
Okay, I haven't read through the whole thing yet, so
I've tried to simplify it down so you're not rolling hundreds of dice.
1 dice.
Yeah,
most weapons are 1 dice when it comes to like damage. So
cool.
But so I was thinking about that 2d10s instead of 120, and I spent like 3 hours a day. I think I have like 9 spreadsheets that I made with probability curves and outcomes. I'm thinking, wow, this. 2d10 for rolling 20s has so many more opportunities than just rolling a 20-sided die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd personally unless I'm crit fishing, I'd personally like 2d10s more.
Yeah, I think it would be really. I think
easier to get a statistically higher result.
Yeah, and you know what you can also. What you can do is, this is one of the things I was thinking about doing. I haven't implemented it, but in our game where you have this, you have to roll a 10 above a 10 on your first and 11, and the AC keeps on increasing. Well, I was thinking if you're rolling 2d10s and your first attack roll, you're saying, well, my first attack roll, I've got to roll better than a 10 to hit with my sword. And I get my modifiers. Maybe it's a modifier +3 or whatever. So I roll my 2d10 and whatever I get over the 10, because it's getting closer to 20,
that's the additional bonus damage to the attack. So if I roll, let's say my sword is a 1d6, and I have to roll a 10, and I ended up rolling with my modifier a 13, then I get to roll my 1d6 plus I get 3 because I've beat my minimum requirement. So
by a certain amount.
So in the beginning of I'm thinking, in the beginning of the action, you're a fighter, you're in the action, you're going to be, pumped up. You're going to be pretty strong because your first swing, you're going to get a good whack in. So you're not going to be fatigued yet. But by the time you're just swinging the sword, and by like 6 or 7 swings, the DC checks is getting difficult. So that first 2 or 3 swings could potentially, if you land good blows, do tremendous amounts of damage instead of just piling on the die.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about 2d10s, specifically when it comes to stuff like checks. So, for example, in D&D, I don't know if you have done this, but I know I've done this in my game. Sometimes I need to pull DCs out of my ass in the space of like 5-10 seconds. Because the player asks to do this, and I'm like, sure, roll for it. And I need to, before they roll, decide how difficult it should be to do so. Okay?
All right.
With a 1d20, it's very easy to understand. It's very intuitive what like the chances of them rolling every like an outcome is. So, for example, if I increase a DC from a 10 to a 15, I know like that's a 50% increase.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the problem that
with a 2d10, if I increase it from like 10 to a 15, it's not a 50% increase.
25?
Yeah, at 15 is 21%.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
because it's a probability curve rather than it's because it's a probability curve and not a linear one. Like it might make that kind of like very kind of in the moment decision making from the DM a little bit more difficult, but it's not a big deal.
That's basically something that a table and a DM screen can solve.
Yes,
for the most part.
I just threw something in there.
Yeah.
So you can see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just thought it was really.
That's a cumulative table, right?
Yeah. That table I put in there was what you. Yeah. So to roll a 10 or higher, it's a 64% chance.
Yeah, it's a cumulative table. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Then I did this too, which you guys will get. You get silly. You'll think it's silly, but I'm silly that way. So let me find if I can get this.
So yeah, it might make that a little bit less intuitive, but again, it's a minor thing. Like we're fine because I think everyone here has some understanding of probability. But to someone fairly new, probability, and I speak from experience to someone who has gone to multiple probability classes, like talked to a bunch of other people, probability can be very unintuitive if you don't know it and don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. I think
so, yeah.
You would have to, if you had some simple tables in there, it would probably
If you add tables and all they need to do is look at the tables, problem solved. That's it. But if they need to do this kind of weird maths in their head, yeah.
So I was just having fun building out these things in Excel.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, just looking at all the different combinations, like, oh, that's really cool. So, on a 2d10, roll 11 is the highest outcome.
Yeah.
So no, it was pretty neat. So, but I really like the fact that it is a probability curve, and as much as like the D20, it's just I think you lose resolution in just a single D20.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So
I definitely like the more kind of focus on the middle because it makes sense that you're way more likely to hit your average than any kind of like either very well or very badly. So I definitely prefer this from a kind of like
It's less swingy.
yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot less swingy. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I was, certainly thinking about, and then I came up with that idea of, anything that you got over your minimum AC to hit would just be a bonus to your attack or your spell.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well with this.
Yeah.
Because like with the D20, that would be a bit too random.
Right.
But with this...
With the probability curve, yeah. So, I mean, rolling a 20 is a 1% chance. And if you had if your hit is 15 and you roll a 20, that's a +5 additional bonus damage to that. Just so the attack roll, this doesn't representing the hit. It actually represents how well you hit.
Yeah.
Which I think that's pretty cool too.
Oh, anyway, if we're not having the session, which I don't think we are.
No.
I think I'm gonna head.
All right.
Yeah, same.
To go get some food.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for jumping in anyway. We'll go ahead and
feel free. Tell me if you want help with the Google Drive thing, because I've used that a lot for schoolwork, so I know my way around it.
I will put something together and get it over to you this weekend and send it out to everybody. And thanks again. We'll make sure everybody knows we're going to be inverted for next session. So Oleg, Ervan, and Erzan will go first.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I'm going to be on playing some more with some stuff. So if you want to stay on, feel free.
Mm-hmm. See you guys.
Good night, guys.
See ya.
So I'm going to just say goodbye to the people that were watching. I apologize we didn't get the second session in, folks, with our one player on vacation. So until next time, we got half a session in, or the session down at Yesterhill, and next time...
Pretty good session.
Yeah, it was a good session, and next time we'll be starting off in Tsolenka Pass. So until next time, everyone, I will see you next Thursday. Adios. Peace.
Peace.